Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back, Milsurp Garage. However, today we're not going to feature a Milsurp. We're going to feature a another shotgun. It's a Citori uh, Grade 6 Superlight. It was a recent acquisition. I love my Citori my Grade 1. It's an 86. Let me see. I have some notes here. It's an 83. My Grade 1 is an 83. And I was lucky enough to acquire a twin sister, grade 6. It's a 1989. The differences with the grade 6 are obviously all this beautiful scrolling that you see in the inlay, which is just about everywhere. See these the 89s? They have this. Is it 89? Let me check again. Definitely an 89. They have this long tang here. The newer ones didn't have this. The receiver metal kind of ended. The trigger guard metal kind of ended right here. So it's nice just to have this extra little piece with the scrolling on there. There's a dog here. It's pretty cool. And even on here, the scrolling. Very beautiful. The wood is just a select wood, and it's very, very, very pretty. Excuse me. And the Browning invector choke system here. Now, on my video for my grade 1, I had made a mistake. I had said that it was full over modified. It is not. It's one of the reasons why I really didn't do that great with it shooting at the range, because I'm used to having a full choke. My other shotguns, one of them is a fixed full choke in my 1100, and my Browning A5 is an invector choke system. Browning A5 also. It's an older one. Let's see, I got a video up for that one. Let's see what year that one is. That one, the 1100 is a 77, so it just has a fixed choke. And the A5 is an 84, so that has an invector system in it. And that one I have set up with a full choke. And you get used to it. You get used to using a full choke. And then this one with a modified over improved cylinder, I felt like I definitely had more scatter. I really wasn't dusting them the way I would get used to. And I'm like, this thing, it's a Citori. It should be dusting them, you know. I think it's more set up for more like a skeet gun, you know what I mean? Or like what? Charlie's itching next to the wall. You hear that? Hey, what are you doing? Get over here. Come get on camera. Say hello to everybody. Come here. Get up here. What are you doing? Come on. So anyway, sit down. There you go. So you get to see Charlie's ass. That's a big ass. So, where was I? I was I'm in the middle of a point. Oh well. Let's just start again from a new topic. These are different in the way that you can tailor the chokes exactly the way you want. Oh yes, the modified over improved cylinder is probably better for like sporting clays or something like that. You know what I mean? For true trap shooting, you really want like a full over modified is perfect, because then if you're doing doubles with trap, you know, you want the first one to be tight, the second shot to be a little looser, but not too much. You know, and I always felt like there was a lot of scatter with the other gun. And so having this setup full over modified, I went out with this thing first time and was shooting like 24s, 23s, 24, because could not get a 25 with it on my first round. But see, the thing with this, trap shooting, you know, when I first started, I would use my Remington 1100, my Browning A5, and they're not really guns set up for like trap shooting. They're heavy, they're clunky, they were old, the triggers aren't that great, you know what I mean? And like, but what I was happy, I remember the days of like breaking double digits and high-fiving my friends, being like, hey, I got a 10, I got an 11, you know what I mean? And then I remember getting close to the 20s and being like, you know, shoot an 18 or a 19 and be ecstatic and be like, well, if I never get any better than this, that's pretty good at 20, you know, 20 out of 25. But eventually, like anything else, you know, you get to the point where you're shooting a lot of 23s and 24s, and, you know, I'd always make fun of people that blame their guns, you know what I mean? But it's just like anything else. It's a tool, you know, it's a tool. And when you get that close to being perfect, having a gun that's closer to being perfect that's what's gonna push you over the edge to be getting those 25s or 50 in a row, or get 100 patch, you know, that you could put on your trap shirt that you wear. You know what I mean? If you're gonna get 100 clays in a row, you're gonna have to have a gun that's just gonna be on your side a little bit more than like an 1100 or a Browning A5 would be. Is just my point. You know what I mean? You're not going to want to overcome that hump of having a gun that's not that perfectly set up for trap shooting. Let's say that's not that accurate, that light, that pointable. You know what I mean? Like that feel to it that's going to help you out. It's just like akin to, like, say, a woodworker. You know, when he first starts getting into woodworking, he's got a couple of chisels with you know, dull edges and a chipped hammer, but he could make chairs and he could make a couple of simple tables, and then his stuff starts to get better and his woodworking starts to get better, and he starts to make dining room tables and arm wires. And as his skill improved and his craft improved, his need for better tools was there. He's not going to be able to make that beautiful, wonderful, you know, like award-winning furniture with the same, you know, chisels and hammers. He's going to have to move on to more professional tools and have 100 tools instead of just 3, and, you know, that kind of thing. You know what I mean? These things for specific purposes, any firearm used for a specific purpose is like a tool. You know, a hunter has a gun, which is a tool. A guy that's trap shooting, a guy that's you know, target shooting, marksmanship. You know, it's they all are set up a certain way to be used as a tool. And this is the tool for trap shooting, skeet. And being that it has the invector system, you could tailor it if you wanted to go skeet shooting. Like I said, you'd probably want to change something, or modified over improved cylinder would be better. For me, full over modified works awesome. This thing did great for me my first day out. And somebody had mentioned in a comment on my, it was either a comment in my other video or a private message, that they like the non-fixed chokes because it makes it lighter. The fact that it doesn't have that system. And I wonder really what the difference would be. I would suppose that that's true. If it has to have a screw-in choke and threads up there, and it's probably be a little bit more of something going on up there than just the barrel tailored to that size. But I really wonder if that really does make that much of a difference, that you'd actually feel it, or what the difference actually would be if you could somehow weigh this thing on a machine that would tell you the bias front to rear. Does it really change it at all? Or does Browning do something else to the gun when it puts the invector system to, you know, balance it? Who knows, you know. But I could show you some interesting stuff with these. I don't know if all over-unders do that, but what I like about these Citoris that's pretty cool, these are snap caps, by the way. If you put both of them in and you fire both rounds now, the inertia of the recoil would reset the trigger, but I'm not going to be able to bang it hard enough here like that, nor would I want to reset the trigger. A trick is that you could turn the safety off and back on again, and it will reset the trigger for you. And so that would be both barrels. If you shoot both barrels, when you open it, you're going to eject both rounds, right? Now if you, wow, I think one of those just took a trip. Oh, here we go. Now, if you were to load both, however, let's set it up for over. If you were to load both, but only fire one, which right now the switch right here is a selector switch where you would select safe or fire, but when it's in the safe position, you could also, in the safe position, you could also move it side to side to select which barrel fires first. So in the over position where I just fired it, when you open it, you'll only eject you will only eject, this was there, I swear, you will only eject the top round. And then what's cool is, if you were to set it up for under and then pull the trigger, it will eject only the bottom round and leave the top one in there. So I just think that's kind of cool that it mechanically inside, when you pull the trigger, does something specific to each particular barrel to tailor the ejection just for that barrel. Like I said, I don't know if they all do that. That might be standard across the board that they all do it, but I wouldn't know, just because these are the only ones I have. But the work on these is beautiful. It is machine engraved. I think if you go a little bit older, if you go into when these things first came out, like my my grade 1 is a 1983. If that one were to be a grade 6, I think the scrolling was all done by hand, I believe. I'm not exactly sure the year, but I think it's around there. I think in 1983 it would have been done by hand. By 1989, these were being done by machine and made in Japan, but neither of those two things, the fact that it's done by machine in Japan, makes it any less beautiful. It's really a beautiful piece of machinery here. And even the way they tailor, you could look on the bottom there, the way they tailor, the way this thing opens, that's pretty cool. And then when it closes, you don't even see the lines that from where it opens. It's like the Hellraiser box. But I enjoy it. I used it at the range, and it's definitely going to be my trap shotgun of choice for the future. Again, I know it's not a Milsurp, but this channel seemed to have evolved into Milsurp weapons just because that just became my main interest. When I originally started this, I was doing a bunch of everything, 22 rifles, shotguns, everything, you know. And then as my hobby for the Milsurps just, took over, that's where the channel went. But every once in a while, you know, if I acquire something new, a new 22 or a new shotgun or, you know, just anything, just a regular new hunting rifle, I think I have a BAR and or a BLR on the horizon, both 80s models. And if I happen to pick one of these up, I'll certainly do a video on those. But until then, we'll move back into the Milsurps. If you happen to be a Milsurp collector and you came to this video because it's what I post, don't worry, I'm still going to be, I still got 3 or 4 on the back burner that are stocking up. It's going to be a long summer, so I don't want to just rush into everything and just blow out all the guns that I have to do for you guys. I want to kind of space them out. So I'm just posting this one up there. If you're not a Milsurp collector and you came to this channel for this tutorial, poke around on my channel and take a look at some of the Milsurp videos, because boy, this hobby's addicting. And if you know, if going to the trap range really interests you and you enjoy it, it's a nice way to spend the time. Boy, let me tell you, going to the range and shooting Milsurp rifles is just as rewarding. Just as rewarding. All right, everyone, that's that. I hope you enjoyed, and take care.